In this video, you're going to be learning how to put back together a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And what I mean by that is when you have all of the pieces like this, I'm also going to go over even putting in the screws, so you can skip to this time in the video if you are looking for that. So the first thing you do is whenever you have the core to the Rubik's Cube, you're gonna, first you should separate the edges from the corners. This right here is an edge, and this right here is a corner. The reason this is an edge is because it is the same piece as this right here. These are all edges because they are on the edge. But so is this piece, but this is called a corner. It's a corner because all the corners are in the corners, and this is a center. That is what this piece is here. So first you want to separate all of the edges and the corners. So the way you want to do this is you don't want to just get a edge and put it in a random spot, because you can actually make, if you do that to the entire cube, you can actually make the cube unsolvable. So what you want to do is put them in their right spot. So this edge is red and blue, and that belongs in this spot right here, red and blue. So we're gonna fit that into there like that, red and blue. Now instead of just grabbing another random corner and fitting it into where it needs to go, like right here, that is going to be hard to keep stable and they're going to fall out. So what you want to do is make a cross out of the edges. So I can pick red or blue in this case. I guess I'll just go with red. So first I'll make a cross. Now be careful with these pieces because they will easily fall out. So now what we want to do is put all the corners in their spot that has you want to put all of the red corners in the spots now, like this. I'll grab a red corner and put it in its correct spot like this, right here, and just like that. And now I'm going to do that to the rest of the layer. And now that I've done that, it is a little bit more stable, but still be careful because it might fall out. All the pieces might fall out again. So now I want to work on the second layer, but that's just edges, so now I'll just work on those edges. So here I need a blue yellow, that is this one here, and we'll just put it in there like that. And now yellow green, that is this one here, put it in here like that, and I'll do the same with these. And there we go. Now we have 2 layers. Now it's time for the last layer, that is orange, so I'll just pick an edge and put it in its spot like that. And now I'm going to pick a corner that goes either here or here, so I need orange, blue, yellow, or orange, blue, and white. Here's one. And I'll put it in here like that. Next I'm going to build on this side, so now I need an orange yellow. That is this one. So I'll put it in here like that. And now I'm going to get this corner, which is orange, yellow, and green. Here it is. And I'll put it in here like this. Next is orange and green. I'm going to put it in there like that. Now orange, green, and white corner. Now instead of putting this edge in here next, we're going to put this in last because that is the easiest. So now we're just going to put this corner in here like this. And then what we're going to do here is, there's a few ways of putting this in to make it easier. One way is to turn the top layer 45 degrees and like pushing it in. Sometimes that doesn't work, sometimes it does. So what you might need to do is twist it so this spot right here is like in the middle of the 2 layers. And then you'll have to like put it in there and then twist. If that doesn't work, then take out a corner and then put this edge in first, then try and put in the corner. Oh, okay. If that doesn't work, try the first step again. Now, if somehow your Rubik's Cube looks like this and you can see the core separately and screws and springs, somehow this got like this, and or you just stick it apart for fun, like I do sometimes. Here's how to fix it. So the first thing, you need the screws. This is important. Put the springs onto the screws. Then you're gonna put the screw that has a spring on it inside of one of the black things where this part is, so it connects into this like that. Now you can probably just turn this and get it started. Yeah. Then you can get a screwdriver that fits and then just tighten it. Now you don't want to tighten it too tight or the Rubik's Cube will not go back together and it will not work. So just tighten it enough where it's at least decently stable. So that's probably good. Now do this for all the rest of the springs and screws. Okay, at this point your cube should look like this. If it does not look like this, then I don't know what to tell you. You gotta go back and redo it. Okay, so the next step is we're gonna put all of the center caps on. The center caps are all of these things right here. If you put on the center caps wrong, then you will have an impossible case on the Rubik's Cube that will not be solvable. So you have to make sure you do this right. One way you can do this, if you have another Rubik's Cube at home, you can just follow the color scheme. So we have white here, and then red is back here. Oh, that looks like orange almost. So we'll put red back there, and then orange is in front. So, oh, that's yellow. I can't tell with these center caps, they're so old. So then we'll just keep doing that and follow same thing off the Rubik's Cube. However, if you do not have a Rubik's Cube at home, what you need to do then is get a corner piece and follow the color scheme off of that. So here on the top we have white, so we need to get white. Make sure that's not yellow. Next in front is red, so we need to get red. That's right there. Now on the other side it is blue. See? So that needs to be blue. So, no. Here we go. Okay. Now we can finish it from here. Across from white is yellow, so yellow goes on the bottom. The back of red is orange, and the across from blue is green, so it should go like that. So make sure you have this right, because if you don't, it'll be impossible to solve the Rubik's Cube, or even put the pieces in. Okay, so from here, now you just do what I showed you before, but if you skipped over that part, I'll just go through it quickly again. Okay, why do I have half of a piece here? Okay, I can't find what piece this goes to, but I'll figure that out later. So first, we'll start with a cross for the edges, so we put in the edges. Now, it might be really loose or really tight depending on how you did the screws, but just try your best to put them in. So now I can do white, red, and make sure you put them in their correct spots. If you don't, you might make an impossible case on the Rubik's Cube that will not be solvable. So now it might just be easier to just put a corner right there now, so like that. Let's say the red sticker was here and the blue sticker was here, that means you did your center caps wrong. Okay, so now blue and red, because that needs to go, oh geez, right here. Oh, I found the piece that this goes to. Just gotta snap it back in there, it'll go back in. Eventually, there we go. Alright, put these back in here. Oh my goodness, this is not good. If this is happening a lot, you might have to re-tighten the screws. Alright, now put that in there. Next, edge, white, green. That's here. Wait, no, is that white or yellow? These stickers are so old, I can't even tell. I think that's yellow. Really? So since I'm having trouble, what I'm going to do now is take some center caps off and tighten the screws just a little bit. That way I won't have such a big problem with this. Okay, so I finally made the cross. Some of those look like yellow pieces, but I'll figure that out later. Yeah, these are definitely yellow pieces. Oh my goodness, these stickers are so old. Okay, now, whatever, I'm just going to continue. Now I'm just going to put all the corners in the correct spots. Okay, so now that I got the first layer, hopefully it stays like that. Now I need to get all of the edges back into right here. These edges to make the second layer. Okay, now that I have the last layer, I'm just gonna start making the last layer. So the first edge, yellow and blue. Next, I need a corner next to that, so we can do yellow, blue, and red. Now yellow and green, that's white, but whatever. Okay, yellow, red, and green, that is also white. Okay, the reason white, yellow, red, and blue is missing is because it is in the white spot. So I need to swap these two corners. What? That's green. Why is that even there? Okay. So now I can put that in there, and then I'll put this in here so I can put the edge in last by doing that. There we go. Now again, depending on how you did the screws, it may be very tight or very loose. So you might have to readjust the screws to make it better. But there you go. That's how to put a Rubik's Cube back together. Whew, that was not fun, and I hope I never have to put another one of these Rubik's Cubes together again. Are you kidding me?